Joining me now is our newsmaker tonight, Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra. Appreciate your joining us, Mahua Moitra. The ethics panel of Parliament has recommended your expulsion from the Lok Sabha, claiming that you have breached national security and wanting an investigation into alleged cash for favors or cash for questions. Your first reaction to that order of or recommendation of expulsion?
Rajdeep, I think for me it's a badge of honor because I think I'm going to go down in history as the first person who was unethically expelled by the Ethics Committee, whose mandate did not even extend to an expulsion. I mean, the best they can do is actually a suspension. It is only the Privileges Committee that can recommend an expulsion. So even that these people in their haste didn't get right. But be that as it may, this was a fixed match from the beginning. And today, as I think you've tweeted about it as well, that the draft report was not circulated. Last night at night, it was given to NDTV, which is the Adani-owned channel. Please don't beep this out. And it was handed out to certain members of the BJP press, and a hard copy was sent to members. That's how scared they were. Then this morning, today when they went into the meeting, the agenda said discussion, consideration and adoption of the report on the agenda. And when the members walked in and they said, we're going to discuss this, the chairperson said, no, we're only going to put it to a vote, and he put up his own hand. So it was over in 2 minutes. So I think that I am actually going to wear this like a badge of honor, that's how that's how desperate these people were to shut me up. So I think, this is a foregone, this was the foregone conclusion. And, but the important thing to remember is that they're doing this as a media circus for the next 3 weeks, Rajdeep. They say, oh, she's expelled, she's expelled. They don't have the power to actually expel me. It's a recommendation which they will give to the Speaker. The Speaker obviously will forward it to the House on the first day of the winter session. So the day I can actually be expelled is on the first day of the winter session. So let that happen and we'll take it from there.
You've called it a badge of honor, but I want to come to specifics. It's a 500-page report. There are two primary charges that have been made which has led to this recommendation for expulsion. Number one, unethical conduct and contempt of the House by Mahua Moitra for sharing her Lok Sabha login credentials to unauthorized persons and its impact on national security. Your login password being shared to Darshan Hiranandani's office, a Dubai-based businessman, is being seen as a violation of national security, according to the committee report.
I think you should read the verbatim. I'm going to actually make that public, given that the BJP has thrown Rule 275-2 to the winds and given everything to their own channels. I think I'm actually going to put the verbatim report of what's happened in the committee forward. Uttam Reddy, the Congress MP from Telangana, put it very mildly. He said it's just absurd. If it's a national security issue, that the sharing of a Lok Sabha portal, what is unauthorized persons? There were never any NIC rules given as to who is authorized and who is unauthorized. Till today there is no rule. For the past 3 weeks since this investigation, this kangaroo court has been going on, the NIC still has not put out any rules, and each MP's office still shares this login portal. It's not an email password, it's a login portal password with upwards of 10 people or more. At any given point in time, 3,000 people or more have the login password. So the unauthorization, there is no unauthorized, number one. Number two, if national security depended on the portal by which questions and travel reimbursements could be done, then I really think the NIC should have done a better job of protecting it. And for the last 3 weeks should have put out national level advisories saying that this is a breach of national security. It will call for action under the NIA. Every MP has to please come sign an affidavit saying they are the only ones using their password. I haven't seen them do any of that.
No, but
it
even
so
while you say, ma'am, just a minute, ma'am, even while you say there are no rules specifically mentioning how do you use what a parliamentarian can or cannot do with his or her login password, the fact is, as per the report, and you haven't denied it, your Lok Sabha login was used from Dubai 47 times. They've used that information, which is in the public domain, which is not denied.
What do you mean I haven't denied it? I haven't. Where is the question of denying it? I have said it myself on your show before the report even made public. I said that I had requested my friend's office to type in my questions. The OTP came to me.
You don't see that as impropriety of any kind?
I have given 61 questions. Obviously, How is that any person can use any help for parliamentary assistance anywhere? Every parliamentarian is covered as long as they receive no pecuniary benefit. You can ask any question that is in public interest. All of my 61 questions, especially the ones on Mr. Adani, are in public interest. My question on how he illegally got Thamra without a tender is in public interest. My question about how his shady company, which is owned by FPIs from abroad, that SEBI doesn't know about and is buying up airports and ports in India, is in public interest. My 9 questions on Adani are in public interest, and all my questions are in public interest. I am free to use typist assistance from anywhere, and if the NIC is such a secret portal, please block foreign IP addresses from entering.
Yeah, but I spoke to certain members of the ethics panel who told me that if Mahua Moitra wanted, ma'am, would you in hindsight have been better off giving your login password to a researcher or someone in your own office rather than someone in Darshan Hiranandani's office? Was that a, do you accept that?
Not at all. Everyone, not at all. He is my friend. Not at all. He's my friend. If there are no rules, I am perfectly okay if my friend has a large office with a lot of typists. I can ask him to, can you just have someone type it in? Please understand, the OTP came to me. It was just using secretarial help. And he's my old friend. There's nothing wrong with it.
So
now you want to put a gun to somebody's head and ask him to come on Times Now and say it's an error of judgment, that's your business. I'm certainly not going to go back and do whatever. There are people use their children's friends, and what about lamps?
Okay,
it's
so
a
you're
private
saying
agency.
So you're saying there's no error of...
Can the Lok Sabha Secretariat tell me...
You're saying there's no error of judgment?
No.
In the...
My only error... There is no... No, not at all. And the most important thing is, A, there's no national security. It's laughable. We have reduced parliamentary democracy in India to a farce. We have reduced it to a farce. When a Minister of Home Affairs is giving clearance to Adani to buy airports and ports in this country, when you don't know who owns his stock, and Chinese nationals and UAE nationals own his stock, and you're giving MHA clearance, and you're coming and saying that somebody should be expelled for because it's such a national security issue. We have reduced parliamentary democracy under the BJP to a farce. I am glad they're doing this because people can see what monkeys they are.
Okay.
I'm glad they're doing this. The more of this they'll do, the people who voted for them also will realize they made a mistake.
Okay, let's come to the second part, which is unethical conduct and contempt of house by Srimati Mahua Moitra by way of accepting money, cash and kind, amenities and various other facilities from Sri Darshan Hiranandani, business tycoon based in Dubai. The money trail of this cash for transaction is part of a quid pro quo. As part of a quid pro quo, should be investigated by the government of India in a legal, institutional and time-bound manner. That's the second recommendation as well as the reason they claim for your expulsion.
Right. Now, do you see how stupid that is? In this 500-page report, there is not one shred of evidence. It's the first time I think an ethics committee has perjured itself when they have talked about money, because in this entire 500 pages, there's no mention of money or cash because there isn't any. So they haven't found any proof of cash. They have not even found proof of kind, because Darshan in that first affidavit was exceedingly vague and said broad things. They've got no proof of anything. The only thing they have is me by my own admission, who pointed out the 4 things that I've took from them, which is namely one scarf, some makeup, a car and driver in Bombay and Dubai, and architectural drawings from my house and secretarial assistance. The only thing they have is what I voluntarily gave. Apart from that, there is no shred of evidence. So they are saying in the 500 pages, there is no evidence. The complainant could provide no evidence. Mr. Hiranandani was not even asked to depose before the committee, no cross-examination, no trail, not even one receipt of whatever.
They are saying that will be part of a subsequent investigation. They are saying that will be part of a subsequent investigation.
One second. How can you? One second. But Rajdeep, this is the most ridiculous thing. There's no logic in this. They're saying I'm expelling you because you've done this, but we don't have the evidence. We will now go and ask the government to find the evidence. What does that mean? The last time this was done was cash for votes, when people saw people taking money. It was caught on video. Was anything caught on video now?
Cash for
so
question.
If there is nothing caught on video, and you are only suggesting on the basis of a fake complaint that there is a money trail and cash and gifts, then you have to have some evidence to expel me. You are first expelling me and then saying I'm going to put the government agency after you, who will harass you in the hope of finding one thing. Do you see the logic in this? On the national security, there's no logic. It's illogical and patently absurd. On the second point, they haven't found anything in the 500 pages. There is not one line of 1 rupee or even one gift or one invoice.
So you are open for a full investigation? You are open to a full investigation of your monies, of the stays that you've had in Dubai as per this report, Mahua Moitra visited Dubai 4 times between Jan 1, 2019, September 30, 2023. They are all these travels.
4 times.
You are open to the
investigation. I am amazed. I am amazed. It is nobody's business whether I as a free citizen of India, whether I visited Dubai 4 times or 40 times or Timbuktu 4 times or 40 times is my business. It is only the nosy BJP who have no idea of due process of law and what constitutes legality who can put something like this in a report. So you went and got the MHA to pull out my immigration records to see where I went. On what basis? On what basis? I could have gone to Dubai 4 times, 40 times. I can go to Switzerland 800 times.
So you're open to a full investigation. You're saying you're open to any investigation by any probe agency.
This is a joke. Obviously, I've said that from day one. The investigative agencies, now obviously this is a think tank of the BJP being run, like I said, by some canine farm somewhere, right? So, like I said, the Lokpal is supposed to have done a referral, but that is being announced. The Lokpal's referral is being announced on Twitter by somebody who doesn't have a degree and shouldn't be in the Lok Sabha in the first place.
Can I?
Or who's lied on his election affidavit. This is the state of what this Lokpal has come to. This is a jokepal. So what is that? I already said. I said, does the CBI, after it finishes counting 13,000 crores of Adani, is welcome to come and count my pairs of shoes. I welcome. I believe the CBI is short-staffed. They can't finish the investigations on their own plate. If they have time to come and look at them, they are welcome. Please come in and see what I have to.
Can I ask you though, now that this recommendation for expulsion is there, will go to the Speaker, possibly come before the Lok Sabha, is your party fully behind you from Mamata Banerjee downwards? Will they now speak up strongly in your favor? Or are there, as your critics in the BJP are saying, the silence of the Trinamool Congress is a sign that they have left Mahua under the bus?
I don't have to respond to what the critics in the BJP are saying. I am neither responsible to them nor am I accountable to them, so they can go take a walk as far as I am concerned. Abhishek has come out. I have always maintained from day one my party is fully behind me. And Abhishek has come out today. He was in the ED. He's also being harassed non-stop. Like he said today, that they call him on one case. When they can't find someone, they'll get him on somebody else. So for me, they're trying to encircle me. So first get the ethics committee to send to the CBI. And then, by the way, if we haven't got a cover on that side, let's just for good measure also get a referral made by the Lokpal to the CBI. I mean, this is the typical kind of tactics. Abhishek's come out today and very clearly said, he said it's a political witch hunt. And anyone who speaks against Adani in the country, they want to expel them from parliament. I'm not the first person they've done it with. They didn't succeed the first time and they're not going to succeed with me.
So you believe this is not the end of your political, you believe this is not the end of your political career, you will continue to fight. Am I correct?
Rajdeep, only an anchor sitting in Delhi could say that I'm in my constituency. If there were 100 people in my meetings today, if 5 people in India knew me before this, 500 people know me. If I went to an airport before and 5 people came and said, ma'am, you're doing a great job, 500 people. Today I'm in my constituency at a normal 12 o'clock in the afternoon in a rural area, it's always scant crowds. Today, every meeting I went to, people are coming in and saying, Didi, tu bhi lode jao, tu hi parbe. Didi, keep fighting. You're the only one who can do this. Just teach them a lesson.
Can I ask you
it's like I said, if I won by 60,000 in 2019, I will win by over 1 lakh in 2024. So they've done me a huge favor.
Can I ask you one final question?
In my political career, nothing could
this
be better.
Started off, if I may say so, ironically with a seeming custody battle over a dog called Henry. Today, Mr. Jait Dehadrai, the original complainant, has put out a tweet welcoming back Henry, the dog, back to his house, saying, you're back with me. Is there a story there?
Rajdeep, poor Henry. Henry is my child. Henry is my child. Rajdeep, I just don't want him to be the subject of, media attention all the world over. Like, Henry, like I said, is my child. I don't have children. Henry is my child. And I just don't want, I want Henry to be happy and healthy for as long as he lives. And all this attention on him is really not good. So this is not something I want to discuss on national TV. And all I can say is, that Henry is my child, and wherever I go, the well-being of Henry is almost foremost in my heart.
Okay. let's leave it there, Mahua Moitra. As you said, you claim you're going to fight on, and
Thank you.
that you will fight the 2024 elections, and you're confident that your party in particular will stand by you. Mahua Moitra, for joining me on the show, thank you very much.
Thank you.